Well, today we got more of the Yoshi wrestling stuff coming from Gatoh Move, Ice Ribbon, and of course, Actwres Girls. So all of that will be reviewed, discussed about on this episode of the Deleted Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Welcome everybody to the Deleted Wrestle Zone. All things that it's pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, matches, wrestlers, and championships. I'm your host, J Rod here. So let's begin with Ice Ribbon. This event took place at their official dojo in Saitama, I think, and on February 21st of this year. This one's called Tax Pro Wrestling Volume 5. Now, I didn't know what it meant, but I did discover there were only 4 matches in this particular match. But the main event was these tag titles. They use it for this particular event. They're not defended all the time, but however, I don't know if the previous champions had to relinquish them or what. But however, I'll get to that in a bit. First match, we got Yuki Mashino taking on Akane Fujima. Now, I love these two girls, how they wrestled. Yuki Mashino has that cardboard title that she thinks is real. And of course, Akane Fujita, amazing wrestler. Nico met her before, you know. But however, that match was so amazing, and it went straight to Akane Fujita. Next match, we have a 6-woman tag team match. We have Bani Oikawa, Tekla, and Micah Osaki, one half of the tag champions from Actwres Girls, taking on Hiragi Kurumi, Mochi Miyagi, and Homuko Hoshi. Also, another great match. As you can see, the second team were more of the dominant because they're more flexible on what they do. The other team, well, they don't match up to the same way as the first team, the second team, but however, it's pretty good. Um, I'll give this one a pass, even though it was like there was no story build up or anything, but it was a good match. But however, this goes straight to Kurumi, Miyagi, and Hoshi. They won their match. Next one's another 6-man tag team, but however, these are not an all women's match. Apparently, what I discovered, one of their top stars and champions, what's her name? Ram Kiyoshi. She's part of a promotion that it's mostly all extreme wrestling, or should I say hardcore death matches, called 666 or 666. She brought in a couple of friends from different promotions. So she brought in the first team, we got Venuti Abe, Koga Takeda, and Tauro Yamada. Now, Kogu Takeda, from what I understand, he goes to another promotion, I think Bizarra. As for Abe and Taro, they're from 666. Then there's Yasu Unano Oruro Onru, who is in fact the owner and founder of 666. And of course, Ram Kiyoshi. Now, this is one of those matches. Now, some of you probably say, wait a minute, J-Rod, this is a Yoshi promotion. Why is there men there? There have been, on rare occasions, there are men that has showed up on these type events. I can name the promotions they have, like recently with Stardom. Gatoh Move Pro Wrestling has that. So it's not uncommon. But however, it was a good match. But seeing Ram stand up as being part of the boys is really stand out. So basically, It was a good match, but however, the match goes to Yasu Unano, Onru, and Ram. They won their match. I have to say, I think I like this Ram, but I'm still trying to find more information on Triple Six to find out what's their, the product, what they can do. There's a lot of wrestling down in Japan. I'll get to that when the timing's right. Now, the main event is that this one is for the Attacks Pro Wrestling Tag Titles. Now, this is how it goes. If you make a pin, they'll give you a question, but you got to answer it quickly as possible. If you get the question wrong, then the match will continue on. It goes on and off like this. Now, this match consisted in Team A, Suzu Suzuki teaming with Risa Serra, taking on Drop Kickers, Tsukushi and Tsukasa Fujimoto. So basically, they've been going back and forth on the questions until finally, Drop Kickers won the match with answering the question and obtaining the Tax Pro Tag Team titles. So this is a very unique event. Now, don't ask me why they do it, but certain events are very unique in what they do, and this is one of them. So I think that's it for the ice ribbon. So I say let's move forward with Actwres Girls. Okay, so the event is called by Actwres Girls, beginning in Yokohama. This took place on the 23rd of February, not too long. Um, there were 4 matches in total, no championship matches whatsoever. First match is a tag team match. We got Mia Sakura and Maya Yukihi taking on Sherry, who I seen on um, at Ice Ribbon, and Momotani. Now, I wasn't sure how Sherry would team up with Momotani because mostly I've been seeing Sherry in Ice Ribbon, but I can tell from what I can see that she got along great. It was a really decent match, not like it's the best, but it was decent. But however, it was Sherry who pulled off the victory. Um, from what I can tell, she's one of the rising stars, but I'm not 100% sure if she's a freelancer. You got to keep in mind, some of these girls are freelancers. They probably bounce back and forth with different um, wrestlers, different promotions. Maki Ito is one of them, uh, but I'll find out more once we get more closer. So Cherry and Momotani won their match. Next match is a singles match. We got Kogo taking on Michuko Miyagi. Now, I've always loved um, Michuko Miyagi. She's like a tough one. One of those tough women that's determined to win their match at any cost. And frankly, it did went in that way. I think she might have put Momo to sleep or so. I'm not 100% sure, or she put on submission. Uh, I was kind of falling asleep on that match, but it was a really good match. So Michuko Miyagi won this match. Next match is another tag team match. We got Ami Miura, Haruka Amasuka, who I've seen in Indiana, taking on, of course, the Actwres tag team champion Spice App, Miyaka, Maika Osaki, and Tai Humna. Once again, another good match because I like Spice App. They really are a very interesting tag team to look at. You can see the cohesive, but Ami and Haruka, they're good too. But um, don't know if they tag on a regular basis. But however, I feel the Spice App was the one they're going to win because they actually have the more chemistry. So Spice App won their match. And in the main event, we got Miyuki Takase and Noah Igarashi taking on Gakeru Sekiguchi and Miku Iono. Um, Gucci is a really interesting character I have watched many times with Actress. Really good what she does. But I don't know. Somehow I've been noticing Sekiguchi is really, really interesting to watch as well. But from what I can tell, her chemistry with Miku was great. So frankly, they won their match. But don't know what this is in a post match. But we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if they will make a play for the tag titles, but we'll just wait and see in the upcoming events that I might have missed or haven't broadcast yet. So I think that's it for Actwres Girls. So I say we move on to a 2-day event with Gatoh Move Pro Wrestling, Choco Pro number 100. All right. If you guys have or have noticed, I have become a fan of the Gatoh Move promotion when they do the Choco Pro shows. But this event was pretty amazing. 100. It's a 2-day event back to back. So let's start with day one, which took place on the 27th of March. First match is for the Asia Dream Tag Team titles. First, the challengers, Emi Sakura and Minoru Fujita, taking on Best Bros, Balian Aki and Mei Segura. Now, this particular match was set because it was Emi Sakura and Minoru Fujita who pinned the Best Bros for a chance at titles. But it was a hard hitting match because it was like the Best Bros are determined to prove they are the best tag team as of today. And they have proved it time and time again, but they rarely defend the tag titles. Normally because we've seen them in the bigger stage, the bigger ring, but since they've been doing it on the Choco Pro, I got no problem with that. But great match. I saw how Emi Sakura and Minoru Fujita were determined to win. For frankly, you cannot deny the chemistry and the cohesive of both Mai and Balian, and they were able to retain the titles. So, congratulations, guys. Next match is another tag team. We got Sayaka Obihiro teaming up with another girl named Sayaka, but no last name, taking on Sayuri and Chon Shiru. Now, I have seen the second team, Sarui and Shonshiro. They are a very interesting team. They look like the kung fu type, but it will exactly it went like that. There were moments where they try to throw them out of the building through the window because they use the window there's two windows. But however, it was Chon Shuri who was able to win the match for his team. He's a very interesting character to watch, so I'm okay with Shon Shido making the pin. Great kung fu style, which it's kind of familiarized, but yeah. Next match is another tag team. We got Chi Koishikawa and Hage Shinu taking on Psycho and Chango. Now I have seen Chango in Just Tap Out, or was it Active Advanced Pro Wrestling? I'm not sure. But the funny moment is when Chi she was running around in circles all over Chango. She tried to get his attention. He threw himself in front of her, but she jumped over him. There were some great funny moments, even when they tried to take them out of the window, but somehow Chi and Hagane, they tried to win their match, but they were still no match for Psycho and Chango because they're two wild dudes. So they were able to beat them on this match. Then the next match is another tag team. We got Tokiko Karihawa and Antonia Honda taking on members of the Pencil Army, leader Lulu Pencil, and of course, you know this guy from DDT, Chris Brooks. Now, There was some funny moments in this match. Even they had one of those bonking hammers. Everything worked out, but in the end, you cannot deny the comedy with Antonio Honda. He's a funny dude. He is like the one guy I wish he could come down to the United States, but he can't. But it was a good match. Not gonna lie about that. So, um, Karihawa and Antonio Honda won their match. Now we get to the main event. Now, this title is not originally from this promotion. This one is from Pro Wrestling Wave. So this is for the Pure J Openweight Championship with the challenger, one of Emi Sakura's students, Yuna Mizumori, taking on Kaori Yunayama, who we know as Kokigen Death. Yay! So we get to see her as not the clown. But there were some funny moments, even when Yoname is like lying around like a dead duck. Like you can pin her, but you don't know if she will pull a fast one on you. So that match kind of was great. Now I would say why would they sanction this match? But it's true. I'm not sure if Pro Wrestling Wave are back doing shows, but I'll find out once. I think they are. Yeah, they are doing it. But it was very interesting to see that they allowed their one of their belts being sanctioned to be part of Choco Pro. But I like this match. It was really fun, really enjoyable. So I give it a pass. So I think that's it for now for the day one of Choco Pro 100. So let's move on with day two on Choco Pro right now. All right, so I'm going to end it with day two of Gatoh Move's Choco Pro 100. Day two took place on the 28th of March. There was only one title belt, that is the Super Asia Championship, but I'll get to that in the end. So let's start with the matches. First match, we have Sayaka teaming on with Ridrin, taking on Emi Sakura and Sayaka Obihiro. Now, I wasn't sure what to think of this match because I'm not sure if I've seen Rin before, either in Tokyo Yoshi Pro or in Ice Ribbon, but it was a very decent match. And of course, you cannot deny Emi Sakura would win her match because, she is the boss and the founder. Because there are times she'll win her match. So that's what happened. So Emi Sakura and Sayaka Obihiro won their match. Next match, we got Chei Koishikawa and Hagane Shinou taking on Saruya and Chon Shiru. Awesome match. Also, really fun match. Especially with Chi, who is like the little kid running around trying to take advances from her opposing team. But however, they were able to catch up. But neither team were determined to drop dead or lose the match to one another. But in the end, I wouldn't expect the chemistry with Hagane and Chi because Hanage likes to use her as a weapon once in a while. I don't know if she tolerates that, but it's a pretty good story. We've been seeing that sort of dynamic in AEW with Serpentico and Luther. So can we have a different version of them? I don't know. But good match. So Chi Koshikawa and Hagane Shinoe actually won their match. Now the next match we have again Emi Sakura joining the Pencil Army with Lulu Pencil, taking on these unusual characters. Bai Ji Chan and Kuni uh, Kuin Shido Nakunshibo Kamen. Now I never heard of these guys, but these guys are mass wrestler. One of them acts like he's old. He doesn't know if his body works. His body ached. Same thing with the opposing team. I thought it was really funny because you don't know what to expect, but it's really fun. But in the end, it kind of ended up to these the odd team that you never expect to win. So they won the match. I'm not sure if this is the first time or second, but I have to say, both um, Amy and Lulu did a pretty good job. But however, it's the opposing team that won. Now we get finally a singles action. We got Mei Segura taking on Tokyo Yoshi Pro's Mizuki. This was also a good match. I enjoyed it. You can see Mei Segura is determined to win her match at any cost, even if she has to go above and beyond. But however, Mizuki is well known in all of wrestling with Tokyo Yoshi Pro, but somehow was able to pick up the victory and won her match. Now, Mei Segura may not like that, but cheer up, Mei Segura. You may have lost this match, but learn to get up and try again. Now we get to the main event. This one is for the Super Asian Championship title. Now, this particular title has been vacant for almost 662 days. Now, you ask me, J Rod, why was it vacant? Because the previous champion was none other than Riho. As you know, Rio already got signed with AEW and she has commitments to make with them. So she had no other choice but to relinquish the title, and that title has been vacant until now, until they set up a match between Balian Aki and Minoru Fujita. Now, this match was also good. Like, neither men were willing to back down. They're determined to win this prize title for this promotion. But however, you wouldn't expect a lot. Now, if you're a fan of Gatoh Move, you would expect Bali and Aki to win. I was thinking the same thing, but I would never expected Minoru Fujita to win because it turns out he has 3 other titles that he's defending. So if he would have, if so, say since he won this match, he now gained 4 titles, which is interesting. But however, I think this was another good match. I've been hearing great things about Bali and Aki. People love him. He is a legend in his own right, But I have to say, good match. So I think that's it for now. Stay tuned for more Japanese wrestling. But coming up, I got Ring of Honor's 19th anniversary and, of course, the AEW Dark Elevation and any other events I might put out after that. So I'll see you guys in the next DWZ time, same DWZ channel. So I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye. And have a nice day. Bang.